What's up, everybody? I'm back here for another edition of the Top 10. And today's topic is going to be my top 10 favorite WWE superstars of all time. You can comment down below your favorite WWE superstars of all time as well. I want to know who are your top 10 favorites. Let me tell you this is my opinion. These are my top 10 favorites of all time. So don't be getting butthurt and shit like that in the comments, alright? I ain't got time for that mess. Alright. This list was pretty hard for me to choose because I love pro wrestling so much. Well, my top two are easy as fuck. And if you know me, you already know who my top two favorite wrestlers of all time are. But if you don't know, watch this video. Alright, so are y'all ready for my top 10? Alright. Starting off with number 10. Here you go. Alright, y'all, so we got Owen Hart. Owen Hart is one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. He's one of the best in-ring workers of all time. He's one of the best entertainers of all time. I mean, you hear the stories all the time of all the jokes and stuff that he did behind the scenes and stuff like that. He was nothing but positivity. He won Slammy's tag team belts, the Intercontinental belt, the European Championship. He never won the WWE title, though, I don't think. He had an epic match against his brother, Bret Hart, at WrestleMania. You can find it on the network. Please watch it if you haven't seen it already. What's wrong with you? They had an awesome steel cage match at SummerSlam. I'm trying to remember what year it was. It was the same year that Undertaker fought Undertaker. I believe that was in '94. Let me see what else. He was a part of the Hart Foundation. Back in '97, they were like, the Hart Foundation was awesome. So Bret Hart was cutting his best promos of his career. And then in 1999, he tragically died in an accident. Coming down from the ceiling. They could have avoided it, but whatever. He should be in the Hall of Fame. It's long overdue. I don't know what they're waiting for. Put him in the Hall of Fame already, please. But yeah, Owen Hart, number 10. Rest in peace. Alright, y'all. Number 9 is... That's right, Mankind, Mick Foley, Cactus Jack, Dude Love, whichever one. He was awesome as all of them. He put his body on the line like nobody else in pro wrestling history. My favorite rivalry of his was him and Undertaker. They had some awesome matches. Buried Alive, Boiler Room Brawl, and the infamous Hell in a Cell match. If you haven't seen that, something is wrong with you. Who hasn't seen that match? The Hell in a Cell match at King of the Ring in 1998. Undertaker throwing Mankind off of the fucking cell, then he chokeslammed him through the cell, thumbtacks everywhere, blood. His tooth got in his nose. I mean, Jesus Christ. And, he, was, tag champs with Stone Cold Steve Austin. And, he finally won the WWF Championship in 1999 on Raw. That helped WWF against WCW Nitro. You can watch it on the network. It's June 4th, 1999. Please watch it. It was him against The Rock. Mankind, Mick Foley. He's one of the best talkers on the mic. He's one of the weirdest characters of all time, like Jesus Christ, Mr. Sacco, and all that stuff. So, he's the first hardcore champion and all that stuff, man. Mankind, Mick Foley was awesome. All right. So, and he's already in the Hall of Fame. So, we don't have to worry about that. All right. So, next up, we have number 8. That's right. Viva la Raza. Eddie Guerrero. Eddie Guerrero is one of the best in-ring workers / entertainers in wrestling history. He's had so many 5-star matches, like with Rey Mysterio, Kurt Angle, Brock Lesnar, Benoit, and countless other people. My favorite rivalry with Eddie Guerrero is probably him and Rey Mysterio in their matches. Him and Kurt Angle had one of my favorite rivalries as well. I liked him versus JBL. I still remember the day I heard the news that he had passed away, man. I was shocked like a motherfucker, man, because he was just on TV a couple of days ago. So I was like, what the fuck? You know? So, man, 2005. But, yeah, Eddie Guerrero is one of the best of all time, one of my favorites. You know, the car bouncing up and down, hydraulics, and all this stuff, the comedy, the lying and cheating and stealing and all that type of stuff. So yeah, man, Eddie Guerrero, 2006 Hall of Fame, so we don't have to worry about him getting in the Hall of Fame because he's already in. So yeah, Eddie Guerrero, Viva la Raza. Alright, y'all, so next up is number 7. That's right, Kurt Angle, number 7. He's one of the fastest learners ever in pro wrestling. He's one of the fastest rising stars in pro wrestling. Olympic gold medalist. He won it with a broken neck. I mean, he's broken his neck in matches and still finished it and had great matches. He's had great matches with like almost everybody. Stone Cold, Benoit, Jericho, Guerrero, Undertaker, The Rock. I mean, Shawn Michaels. I mean, the dude is one of the best in-ring workers of all time, and he learned it probably faster than anybody. And also, he's entertaining as hell. He can be mean, he can be freaking hilarious, or, you know, he can just, you know, whatever. He can do it all. His comedic timing is great. I hope we get to see him like one more time in WWE, man. Like, we need to, man. He needs to have one more, like, just one more match or something in WWE. And I'm pretty sure he'll be in the Hall of Fame someday down the road. Yeah, man, Kurt Angle is awesome. He's one of my favorites of all time. And, yeah, so Kurt Angle. Oh, it's true. It's damn true. Alright, number 6. That's right, he is the best there is, the best there is, and the best that there ever will be. Bret the Hitman Hart. He's one of the best in-ring workers of all time. He created the Hart Foundation, which was over as all hell in 1997. That's what Bret Hart did his best work, if you ask me, in my opinion. He was cutting great promos, having great matches. My favorite match with him is either between Well, okay. See, I was about to say two of them, but now there's three. Bret Hart versus Owen Hart at WrestleMania. Shawn Michaels versus Bret Hart for the Iron Man match at WrestleMania. And Stone Cold versus Bret Hart at WrestleMania 13. Three of those you could say could be in the top 10 matches of all time, really. That's how good those matches are, and that's how good Bret Hart is. Yeah, he's one of the best of all time. He's gone through a lot in his life, and right now he's battling cancer. So I hope that you fight through this, Bret, and we see you again on WWE TV. So yeah, Bret Hart, number 6. All right, y'all. It's time for my top 5 WWE superstars of all time. So here we go with number 5. Woo! That wasn't my best woo. My throat is hurting today, so I did the best I could. But yes, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. Limousine riding, jet flying, styling and profiling. I messed it up, but okay, I'm sorry. 16-time world heavyweight champion. I mean, what else is there to say? Arguably the best person to ever talk on the mic. He's just one of the best pro wrestlers of all time. The music, the robe, the walk, but yeah, his daughter Charlotte is doing her thing now in WWE. Flair was never the the high flyer or none of that stuff, but you don't have to be that to be one of, if not the greatest pro wrestler of all time. He is that to a lot of people. Ric Flair is just awesome, man. If you don't like Ric Flair, something's wrong with you. And if you've never seen a Ric Flair match, something's wrong with you. My favorite Royal Rumble is the 2001 Royal Rumble. But if I had to pick another Royal Rumble that's probably the best, it's the 1992 Royal Rumble match with Ric Flair winning the championship. Also, his last match, I did that because he went to TNA a couple of years later and had a match or something. But his last match at WrestleMania against Shawn Michaels was epic. It was awesome. Beautiful storytelling, and the match was pretty good, I guess. And then he had his ceremony the night after Raw. And he got the ultimate respect. I mean, when you can get Undertaker to come out there and shake your hand and hug you, because that's just something you don't see. That's something, all right. But yeah, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair, number 5. All right, y'all. Here we go with number. The Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, number 4. To a lot of people, he is the greatest in-ring worker of all time. And I am not going to argue with you on that. But I will tell you this. Nobody can tell a story like Shawn Michaels in that ring. I mean, when he's in the ring telling a story, I mean, you can freaking feel it, dude. When he's telling a good story with somebody, I mean, you can feel it. Like, Shawn Michaels and Ric Flair, I mean, the last seconds of that match, you just felt it. Him versus Undertaker, like, Jesus Christ. Also, top 10 matches of all time, you can arguably say that when you think of top 10 matches of all time, every one of them can include Shawn Michaels. That's just how good he was. He could be funny. He could be the biggest jackass ever. I mean, he could do it all as well. His favorite match, my favorite match that I've seen him in there's been hundreds of awesome 5-star matches that I've seen Shawn Michaels in, but my personal favorite Shawn Michaels match, if you know me, you know what it is. It's The Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels, WrestleMania 25. That match is awesome. It was great. It should have main evented that freaking show, okay? But instead they put it in the middle of the show. I was like, what the fuck are they doing? But whatever. Shawn Michaels, the creator of D-Generation X. He's a Grand Slam champion. He's won every championship belt. He's a 2011 WWE Hall of Famer. Now he has a show, an outdoor show. I believe it's called McMillan Adventures or something. I'm sorry if I didn't get that right, but yeah. I think he's the creator of The Click as well. But yeah, Shawn Michaels, number 4, one of the greatest, if not the greatest, pro wrestler of all time. Alright, y'all, it's time for my top 3 WWE superstars of all time. Now, you could probably guess the who the 3 are, but in which order. So, with further ado, here is number 3. Finally, The Rock has come back to the top 10 countdown at number 3. Anyway, The Rock is my is number 3 on the list. He's one of the most successful WWE superstars of all time. One of the most talented. He played college football for the Miami Hurricanes with Warren Sapp and Ray Lewis. He came to the WWF, kind of had a tough time for a couple of years. Then he joined the Nation of Domination. He asked Vince for 30 seconds, and from then on, he started cutting 5-star promos and having great matches all over the place. He is, if not one of the best talkers on the mic. He's had countless of great matches with Taker, not Shawn Michaels. We never got to saw that. That's a dream match. But Austin, Mankind, Jericho, you name it. My favorite rivalry of his is Stone Cold. One of my top 10 matches of all time is him versus Austin at WrestleMania 17. That's my favorite pay-per-view of all time. And now he's taken Hollywood by storm. He is, if not the most famous celebrity actor right now. I mean, he's in movies like every year. He got a TV show on HBO called Ballers. They're in their 2nd season. And he's got like freaking hundreds of movies that are coming out in the next 5 years. He's gonna be playing Black Adam in DC Comics Shazam movie in 2019. He's done it. He's doing it all. He's done it all. I mean, he's the most successful WWE superstar of all time, if you ask me. So yeah, The Rock. If you smell what I'm cooking, all right. It's now down to my top 2, and I'm pretty sure you can guess by now who the 2 people are, but in which order? Here's number 2. Texas Rattlesnake, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Now, when you talk about how did I start watching pro wrestling, when did I start watching pro wrestling, who got me to start watching pro wrestling? It's the next two names that made me fall in love with pro wrestling. So number two, and look, 1 and 2, they are this close, okay? But number 2, Stone Cold Steve Austin, the Texas Rattlesnake. He is the, if not the greatest superstar of all time. Nobody has ever made more money for the WWE than Stone Cold Steve Austin. I don't care. Hulk Hogan didn't, The Rock didn't, no, Ric Flair didn't, no, they didn't. Stone Cold Steve Austin did. He broke records, t-shirts, the what chant, people still say it till this day. Flipping the bird, whooping your boss's ass, killing the Stone Cold Stunner, drinking some Steve Weisers. He's one of the best of all time, one of the best in-ring workers, one of the best entertainers of all time. He's one of the best talkers on the mic of all time. And when, I mean, Stone Cold can cut a 30-second promo and get his point across just like that. Just like that. A 30-second promo, just like that. That's how good he was on the mic. And telling the story and getting his storyline, you know, moving and stuff like that. And the dude, he's just awesome. I mean, he's the greatest anti-hero in pro wrestling history. He didn't care who you are. He will whoop your ass if you look at him the wrong way, okay? I love Stone Cold Steve Austin, man. Like, I remember watching his last match. I was upset. I had a feeling that that was his last match at WrestleMania 19. But I mean, he's still doing things today. He's got a show called Redneck Island on CMT, or no, it's called the Broken Skull Challenge now, I think. Something like that, yeah. I believe he'll be at WrestleMania 32. But yeah, Stone Cold, man. He's had some great matches. A couple of his matches are in my top 10 matches of all time. He's had countless great rivalries with Undertaker, Mankind, Shawn Michaels, The Rock, Jericho, but we never got to see him face Hogan. That's a shame. Damn it. But, yes, Stone Cold Steve Austin, number 2. And that's the bottom line, because I said so. Now give me a damn beer. Alright, yo. It's time for my favorite WWE superstar of all time. And I think y'all know who I'm talking about. Yep. So there is nobody greater than this man, okay? He is my favorite superstar of all time. He is the reason why I fell in love with pro wrestling. The Undertaker. There's nobody greater than him, in my opinion. He's had countless great matches. They put him against some shitty people, so he's had some shitty matches as well. But he's done the best he could. He's done everything for this fucking company. He's worked injured all the time. He's still doing it at 50 years old. He's doing the best he can. He has the greatest entrance of all time. You know, when he went to American Badass, I liked it. I didn't love it. I thought they kind of turned him into a bitch, kind of a little bit. He had some bitch moments, but then they turned him back to the dead man, and it was just awesome. There was never a time I got bored with Undertaker. I get goosebumps every time he's on TV. I wish they would have put him in the Hall of Fame this year. I don't know what the fuck they're thinking. The day he retires is going to be a tough day for me. My favorite match of his, again, is him versus Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 25. He's been through a lot. He's faced everybody. He made his debut in 1990, but he made his pro wrestling debut in 1984, I believe. So, he's faced everybody except for one person, Sting. I don't think we'll get that match, though, man. I don't think we'll get it. How epic would it have been if we would have saw Sting versus Taker in the early 2000s or late 90s? Jesus Christ, the build up to that match. But Undertaker, aka Mark Calloway, dude is the biggest legend, the best, the greatest superstar of all time. He's the most respected legend backstage. You heard all the, and you can listen to every interview about him. Nobody has the more respect than him. I can't wait to see him return this year for his build up for WrestleMania. Hope he don't fight that fucker Braun Strowman. But the greatest WWE superstar of all time is The Undertaker. And that's all I got to say about that. And if you don't like that, rest in peace. Alright, y'all, so comment down below. What did y'all think of my list? Give me your top 10 WWE superstars of all time. And also comment down below. Give me a topic of a top 10 you want me to do in the future. I'll be happy to do that. And like always, y'all, like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see y'all in the next